Let's bring in now retired Secret Service agent Robert McDonald. Robert, thank you so much for your time. I want to talk about protocols and potential protocol changes. But first, let's just start with the fact that this doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. How does a place as protected as our White House with top-notch security, how is the Secret Service not able to figure out who's responsible for this?
Well, good afternoon, Nichole. It's very nice to be with you. Look, you're absolutely right. This is very disappointing. As a former criminal investigator with the Secret Service for 20 years, it's very disappointing that at the end of this investigation, we haven't found the whodunit. But there are a number of factors that have gone into place here, whether it's the lack of video surveillance that is capable of picking up a specific person for this, the lack of DNA and or fingerprints on this item. You know, every investigation, unfortunately, doesn't lead to a resolution and a suspect. I'm very disappointed that this one didn't, in that a small or relatively small number of people were known to be on that campus from the protracted period of time of the finding of the cocaine. So I'm a little disappointed that we didn't go a little bit further here. The service has decided to close down its investigation, but the administration certainly has the opportunity to continue investigating the people that work for them in and around this campus to see who may have been involved in this incident.
All right, so Robert, you talked about the pool of people who would even have access to this area. Just talk about the area where it was found, and who can even be there.
It was found in the one of two entrances to the West Wing, which is directly off of West Executive Avenue. That's the avenue between the west side of the White House and the old Executive Office Building, or the Eisenhower Executive Office Building. You must be a vetted member of the staff and a particular pass holder to enter into that area. It is manned by a uniformed division officer who checks passes of everyone coming in. It is not a public entrance, but it is an entrance where specialty VIP after hours tours, or staff tours, as we used to refer to them, are beginning. So it does get some traffic. I've heard the term highly trafficked area been used over the last week or week and a half. I would argue that point, that it's a highly trafficked area on a Monday through Friday for regular business hours. I'm not so sure it's highly trafficked in and around a holiday weekend type time period.
All right, so Robert, question about those Cubbies. Are these like Cubbies in a gym where anybody can go put their stuff in there, or are these Cubbies that are assigned to people? Because I feel like if they're assigned, it seems like it'd be pretty easy to figure out who it belonds to.
Yeah, I don't believe that's the case. I think that these are storage places to put items in when you enter the West Wing, which doesn't allow cameras or phones for certain people. So this is an opportunity where the Secret Service will continue to evaluate and reevaluate its protocols, which it does all the time. Many of the practices and procedures that the Secret Service utilizes now were implemented based upon other things that have happened in the past. So it's my guess that the Secret Service will again take this unfortunate poor optic situation of what happened here in a very secure building and turn it into a positive, really try to narrow down and tighten up its policies on how this happened and how it will not happen again.
All right, so Robert, I have two questions for you. First one, do you think we will ever know who that cocaine belonged to?
I think the problem that we have, Nichole, is that as we move away from the date of its being found, the information or lack of information that's coming out of the administration, or that has been coming out, I think it's going to continue to dissipate the investigation. And my guess is that we're probably never going to have an answer of who exactly brought this into the campus.
All right. And Robert, my last question, what about the people who say, we do have an answer, they probably know who it is, and they're covering up for someone? What is your response to that?
Look, the Secret Service works very hard every day to protect the residents of the White House and our world leaders. We try not to play politics and cover up. I hope that's not the case here. I don't believe it's the case. I believe that the Secret Service is indicating what it had, what it was able to find, what it was able to not find, and unfortunately has left us with a resolution that optically doesn't look very good. But I'm convinced that the Secret Service continues to be an apolitical organization doing the very best it can every day, and we will continue to do that despite this unfortunate situation.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time. Former Secret Service agent Robert McDonald, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.